Now, here are your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Fronti.
Okay, welcome back to the second half of the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show, and we're doing a little rotation of the seats today with some great contributors, including our newest one, Mr. Scott Crayon. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Thank you. This chair is hot.
Well, you can talk to Dennis Kotzman about that, bud. Well, yeah, we've been rotating our great mortgage professionals here at Cherry Creek Mortgage. We only hire the best because we really care about you. We want to make sure you get the best financing possible for the biggest asset and debt you will probably have. Wouldn't you agree, Scott?
I can't think of another thing that's going to carry such a huge tax advantage.
Unless you're the government.
Dollar out of
They have
pocket.
a little
Unless
bigger
you're the government.
debt. Yeah, a little bigger debt than we do.
I don't know. Maybe a Toyota Camry might top that.
No doubt about it. So we just had a great show with we're talking about credit. In fact, you want to stick around because we're going to bring George Hartman with Prime National Credit Repair back in the second half of the show because I'm telling you, all the topics we're going into were incredible. Everybody either has credit or wants credit, but everybody wants better credit. And George was going into some great information. We just ran out of time, so we're going to bring George back to talk more about credit repair. Because unfortunately, you know, we had a little setback in the economy, and a few of us, me included, our family, and everybody got set back a little bit regarding credit. And George has got some very accountable answers to help you with that, and it's kind of nice. I mean, Scott, I'm sure you're looking forward to having somebody you can count on to help out your clients, right?
Yeah, what ends up happening, people have some hardships in the past that impact their credit score today, and the way the investors have set up mortgage, it's all risk-based pricing now. So, I mean, literally, if you've got a 679 credit score instead of a 680, you may not get that loan, or you may end up paying a much higher price for that loan. So it's important to have people out there that know how to counsel and give people tips on how to repair that credit. Excuse me.
There we go. Credit restoration coming up later on the show. You can also join us here in the Vault Media Studios, and the only way you can join us is to go online to donandgino.com, donandgino.com, click on the Listen and Chat Live, and you can enter the vault, because otherwise you don't have a key to the vault. We did give Scott Grant a key to the vault. We also gave some keys to Back by Popular Demand. Love these two. These two are the biggest experts in their field in our valley right here in Santa Cruz Valley, Mr. Jeff Hunter.
Thanks for having me back, Don.
And his cohort in crime and I don't know.
Much better half.
Much better half. In fact, yeah, you want to go online and check out, because Amy is an absolute doll. And thank you for joining us again, Amy.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
It's very cool. What these two have created, which is really cool, is the best short sale negotiation team in our valley, bar none. And we, for quite a while there, if you weren't working to buy a foreclosure or a short sale, you weren't buying a home, because that's pretty much all the inventory we had. And you two were helping to, you actually changed the entire industry, because we had a lot of real estate professionals trying their best to negotiate the short sale process, and that's not really their job.
No.
And you two figured out how to do it. And you, Mr. Jeff Hunter, you came from the dark side.
And to kind of go back, Amy figured this out. Amy started this deal. I kind of glommed on after being,
Dude, I was trying to give you some credit here, man.
I was smart enough to get the best out there.
There you go. There you go. That's true. I liked how way you guys put that.
But yeah, having that knowledge, and kind of said this before on the show, it helps us. It helps the whole team understand what's going on from a perspective that not very many people have.
That's a good point. So you guys are going to help guide us a little bit about what's going on with distressed properties today, because there's a changing climate again, isn't there?
Absolutely.
All right. And before we jump into that, we're going to give you a little update again about what's going on in the market. Scott, you can help me out with that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think there's a general perception out there that short sale activity is actually down, partially due to the expiration of the federal debt, or the Mortgage Debt Relief Act. But explain a little bit what's going on in California and what our lovely Miss Boxer's done.
You want to talk? I can start. Overall, short sales are definitely down from where we were last year. It happens on a cyclical basis every year. At the end of the year, they do level off. They start.
So short sales are cyclical as well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Our numbers, if you take a look at our numbers, we drop in amount of inventory. Holidays, thank you.
So just like our business, pretty much, as this home sales, because we said in the beginning of the show, and you guys can allude to this and back me up on this, and Scott too, is the media jumps on the slowdown in the market, which is cyclical. It always happens over the holidays, especially this year, nationally, because it was one of the coldest winters in, 100 years, I guess. Therefore, people are not going out looking at homes when they may not come back. So the media jumped on it, and they started trying to state that we're going to go into bubble 2. And we've been on the show literally jumping up and down saying, please do not listen to it. It's media hype, and we don't have the inventory, plain and simple. So therefore, there was a slowdown. You guys saw the same slowdown.
Sure.
Okay. So why don't you guys give us an update, because you guys are the masters. And actually, before we go into the numbers, Amy, explain why you started your business, A Real Pro Advantage. I mean, it was very unique because we didn't have this. The agents, again, were trying their best to figure out how to negotiate with banks and also try to find you a home and sell you a home, and that was not working to the betterment of our clients. Let's just put it that way. And you came up with a way to assist them with that.
I saw the need. Well, I was working with investors only. But at that point, working with investors, I met a lot of realtors who didn't understand the process and didn't have the knowledge or the background to expertly and efficiently process their short sales. So being out with other realtors, I saw the need, so I started a company to help other realtors facilitate their short sales with a professional, to give them the extra information that they needed so they could focus on getting business, and to provide their clients expert and knowing that they're getting the best service and information possible, and they're going in, they're not blind, but having all the information to make the best decisions.
Well, and consistent communication, I bet, was really key.
Absolutely, that is key. We have 24-hour access to updates on your your short sales at all times. So that is key. And in addition to the 24-hour access, we have emails and updates weekly. So, and not only the clients, the homeowner or the seller, whomever it is, the agents also always knew what was going on.
And thank you for doing that, because you changed our how things were done out here for the betterment of our entire community.
Well, we love this community, and we're just glad to be a part of it and to remain a part of this community and help them out. So. Well,
you definitely changed the environment here, and thank you for doing that. And then you cheated a little bit. You went and got insider information.
I did.
And get Jeff on your team. Jeff, explain a little bit. We only got about a minute here, but explain a little bit, real quick anyways, where you came from, and Amy being smart enough to bring in insider information.
Absolutely, and kind of to piggyback on what she was talking about, there were very few. So I came from, I worked for a large mortgage servicer in the short sale department, negotiating short sales on behalf of the investor. Dealt with attorneys, real estate agents, title officers from all the lower 48, and there was a small percentage of people that knew what they were doing. And this woman was one of the very few
that you could actually communicate with, that actually knew what she was doing.
Absolutely, and it's and I said that from day one, and I continue to say that now.
You better now.
Yeah, I guess now would be a good time to continue that. But I did say that from day one, and there would be, from where I was, there was other opportunities to go out and do the same thing I was doing, and for me to be here speaks volumes for her, because there would be no other place I would have gone.
That does speak volumes, and that's cool, considering you are working with pretty much all of them at one point or another on the other side. So when we come back, why don't we talk about how that's given you guys a distinct advantage in helping out clients who deal with distressed properties, and where the state of distressed properties is today, because it's a key factor in where we're going to the real estate market today in Santa Cruz. Sound good to you guys?
Absolutely.
All right, so we'll be back with Don Gatling, Scott Crayon on the Don and Gino and Scott show today.